welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ash and you are watching Smokedshelves. Excuse the disheveled look that is me right now. I forgot how loud it was to be in a city. You can hear a lot of things right now. But yeah, hi, hello. Last time I checked in with you, I was getting ready to leave for the UK. I think I have some footage of me traveling to the UK and I'm back. I'm officially back. I'm in my dorm. I promise it is daytime. You can kind of tell. There's like actual natural light coming in. It's been a hell of a week. Basically, do you guys remember when I said that I wasn't positive because my antigen test kept coming back negative? I've been a carrier the whole time. So that was stressful. Basically, here's the story of what happened when I got here. Or trying to get here. The most stressful couple days of my life. So I was doing this at-home test, right? They're all coming back negative. So I'm not having any kind of response. And I don't feel like I have any kind of response. I'm not sick. Like, I very clearly don't have COVID, right? So like, all right, I'm the only one that's coming back. Well, my dad was at this point too. He was coming back negative on his antigen test. And he was past his like exposure day at this point. So he was back. But my mom and my friend that was with us were not. They were still coming back pretty bright. And I, for all of mine, kept coming back negative. So I took like literally 2. And then for funsies, the third one, when my dad took his, and his was pretty much clean at this point, and he had no symptoms and stuff. So I came back negative, right? I had specifically had 2 PCR tests I was going to do to send in so I could fly. Well, obviously the US has a lot of cases right now and they're really backed up. So I had sent one out on Tuesday and that one didn't come in on time. I'd called and I was like, hi, like, and the updates on when this will be coming back. And they're like, maybe tomorrow. And I was like, what do you mean maybe tomorrow? I need this to fly. What I did on Wednesday, because the guidelines around travel keep kind of changing. And so it was like within 24 hours at first, but now it's back to within 48 hours and it's not 72 anymore. It's the whole thing. So when I sent it on Wednesday, I was checking nothing on them. I was supposed to get like a text message or an email, something to be like, your chart's updated, so check it. Neither on both of those. It is now Thursday when I have to fly out and neither of those have updated. So 1 in 2 days have not updated, 1 in 1 day is not updated, and I'm stressing. I'm like, well, shit, I need to leave. I can't just not leave. I have classes on Monday. And so I took a fourth at-home antigen test. I took 1 more antigen test that came back negative. And I was like, cool, great, no COVID. Let's go fly. It was at home, but it was guided at home. So it was with a person that like instructed you to do it all. And they confirm your negative results. And like, I have a thing saying like, you're negative, right? And those are really accurate too. So 4 of those came back negative. So I'm like, cool, great, let's go get on a plane. Let's go fly. I got a long day ahead of me. I need to be back. And so I did that and I land on Friday morning and I get the emails being like, you have COVID. And I was like, both PCR tests, both of them came back positive. And I was like, great, I'm a carrier. That's really stressful because now I'm traveling throughout 2 big cities. I've just been on an airline. I'm going on a train in literally 20 minutes. I was like, that's so stressful. And thankfully I had been double masking because, well, I needed to be double masking because I was the one running out doing errands and I didn't want to spread it. So I was still double masking. So I just continued to double mask. Thankfully, my 2 seats in both the airline and the plane situation were kind of isolated from everybody. It just happened to be that way. So I took the train up. I got here. I literally arrived. I went and like really quickly, as quickly as I could, grocery shop for some stuff because I needed more stuff for some things and I just needed food. And so I did that. And I've just been shutting myself in for the last few days. And yesterday I had my day 2 COVID test. So I'm really hoping that it comes back negative. Because if it doesn't, they're gonna call me and I'm gonna have to like figure out isolation and explain to them the whole situation that I've just kind of been in isolation already for a few days and I'm not symptomatic and I was exposed like 2 weeks ago at this point. So fingers crossed. I don't know, but I'm really hoping that after like almost 4 days of not being around my family at this point that I don't have it anymore, that it would have died on me, because I'd really like to be able to go to school in person and not be stuck online and not have to isolate. I want to be able to go out and grocery shop and actually cook instead of eating ramen and stuff like I've been doing. Eating better than what I've been doing for the past couple days. You know, there's that. So that has been my hectic life for the past few days. Beyond that, I've literally just been settling back in. I'm not adjusting to the time well, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna try to adjust today with classes starting and I have them 9 a.m. tomorrow. I have like a later class today, but we'll see how it goes. I have no hope for myself right now because I'm like sleeping early as if I was on the East Coast. So I'm going to bed at like 11:30 p.m. East Coast time, aka like 4:30 here. Yeah, so that's definitely something I gotta fix. I'm really tired right now too, so I'm like a little groggy. I literally just like made sure the sample was sent out today because I missed the Sunday post. I didn't know Scotland did Sunday posting for COVID tests. I'm mad at myself for that one, did not know that. But I dropped off the post on a mailbox this morning and we're good. The package will be sent out eventually. It'll be picked up soon and I will be able to get out of this quarantine soon. And literally by US guidelines, I'd be fine at this point. I just don't know what the UK guidelines are, so I should really look it up. But I'm not trying to get anyone sick and I don't want to risk potentially spreading this, so I'm shut myself in until I get a result. But that's my life update. As for a reading update, I guess the only one is, I think I mentioned it, but Our Violent Ends. I was gonna put in a different I read 3, but I had to scratch that video for now at least. So you're just gonna get me in my more filtered thoughts here and now. I finished Our Violent Ends literally the day I had to fly. I literally just sat there all day reading it. My poor friend, I just kept saying, I just want to finish this book. And then I regret myself for saying that because I was about to sob in front of her. I really did my best to like not cry, but I was definitely like tears were welling up in my eyes. I think if she was not around, I would have been sobbing, absolutely sobbing. That was an ending. Beautiful, incredible writing. Chloe Gong, like, I don't know, I think they have my favorite writing of any author at this point in my life. I think they do an incredible job with just writing so beautifully and just the descriptions, and I take this book for everything it has to offer, and the writing is a massive part about it. And I like am now starting to track how long it takes me to read things, and so this book took me like 15 hours to read, which is a lot slower than I think like the average reading speed for me is, but I just wanted to like take my time with it and savor all the like beautiful descriptions. And yeah, I love this book so much. I love this duology so much. Are we surprised I'm giving it 5 stars? I don't think we are, right? I don't think so. The plot, incredible as always. These characters have like a grip in my heart. If I don't sound loud and excited, it's because I'm tired, it's early, and I don't want to like bother my neighbors that are in class. So if you hear that, that's what it is. If you hear like faint talking. But yeah, this book, so good. Some stuff I did catch, like I was able to figure it out right away, which I'm proud of myself for that one. I can see how you wouldn't, and I can see how you would, right? So like, I think that means Chloe Gong did like a really good job setting up the foundations for how things were gonna like lay out. And then there's some things I did not expect at all. Chapter after chapter, my distress just grew in size as the tale of Romeo and Juliet was playing out more and more. And obviously things have been different because of just the way the first book ended. Going into the second book, but holy shit, I was so stressed for my life, and rightfully so. And I'm totally delirious right now in my sleepiness, but I cannot gush about this enough. This duology will forever hold a special place in my heart, and honestly it's like solidified as one of my favorite duologies, if not my favorite duology. Yeah, no, I'm not afraid to say that. It's my favorite duology ever. Miss Gong has put me in slight of a reading slump because I have not wanted to pick up a book since that. I've tried. I traveled for like a full 2 days basically, and not once did I pick up a book. I had books downloaded to read, like easy romances, and I was just like, I can't. No, not in the mood. And since I've gone back here, I was like, I'll pick up a book. Nope, not in the mood. This happened last time with These Violent Ends, and I should have known that this would happen with Our Violent Ends. That is pretty much everything. I literally don't have anything else to say. Like, I have more I could say based on like what I wrote, but it's not worth it. That's what I've got for you for now. I will see you soon-ish for another check-in. Who knows anymore? Who knows? Hello friends, let's check in. It is currently Friday the 21st, I think that's right, and I have, since the last time I checked in, started and I've gotten like halfway through A Marvellous Light by Freya Marsk. Yeah, I have the cover. I have the sleeve right here. I could have just held this one up. Ignore me. I've started this. I am halfway through it. I had plans today to just read through this bad boy and finish this out today. Some shit has gone down. I'm excited to see where it's gonna go because I have theories. I have lots of theories. I'll put this down for now though. I have so many theories on this book right now and I'm enjoying it so much. I really enjoy Edwin and Robin's characters so much. They are so fun to follow. Their vibes are just so good. I know they're like grumpy boys, but they're like my grumpy boys, you know? The plot has really kicked in and just following them around has been very fun. I will say this, and I know I'm not alone on this, the writing style took me a really long time to get used to, and I'm still finding that I'm going back a lot and rereading passages just because, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just because the way the writing is, it's very dense, so I'm like missing details a little bit. I'm just going back. Normally that would bother me a lot, but because I'm so invested in these characters, I'm okay with that, you know? I will go back, I will figure out and make sure that I understand what's going on, where we are, what's happening, who's there. This is very much on par with being a 5-star read, which would be incredible because this would actually be my second out of 3 books this year that will be 5 stars if it keeps going the way it's going. And I think it will. Like, what? What? Who said you could do that? January 2022. That is my reading update for y'all. Do I have anything else? No, I don't. Yeah, because I already updated on Marvellous Ends, I believe. So, anyways, that's that. I don't really have a lot of life updates. It's really just been a hectic week with classes and lots of sleeping and also lots of not sleeping. That's really everything right now. I will check back in with you when I either do something fun or have another reading update, aka when I finish this bad boy. But for now, I've got to go make myself some lunch, and yeah. Hello. I have a lot to update you on. Sort of forgive me for being absolutely atrocious at vlogging right now. I have been so busy just readjusting to school that I haven't really been thinking about it, but I have been reading, so I have updates. I have updates. I'm gonna try to get through everything that I've read since I've last spoken, which is not much, but also I don't remember what I've last spoken about fully. Let's start with A Marvellous Light. Where do I begin? I finished this now. It's been many days since I finished this. I loved it. I don't have anything really to say about it. I loved it. Everything I was saying about this book in the first half of the book or so, I stand by. Edwin and Robin are great characters. I've really enjoyed following them. I really appreciate how the story turned out. I found the progression in the relationship believable. I really liked the way Freya Marks wrote about Edwin after the visit to Sutton Cottage. Yeah, I think it was just all around really good. I am excited to read the second book that comes out eventually. I know the cover just got released. I'll put it up. The cover just got released. I know it follows Robin's sister Maud. I am very excited for that. I do really hope that Edwin and Robin will have some sort of role to play in that book, whether that be through POVs or just generally a cameo from them. And then I know there's a third book that will be releasing since it's a trilogy, and I just really hope that the third book comes back to these two boys, because they're just great characters to follow, and I want nothing more than to learn more about them and the aftermath of what has happened towards the end of this book with the artifacts and knowledge that they learn via what's happened. So I really do hope we get more from these two, and I'm excited to see what happens with Maud and to see a sapphic relationship. The one thing I would say is be wary of the writing style. It is very slow, descriptive, kind of flowery language that usually is not something I would gravitate towards, but I felt that it was worth working with. I hope that makes sense. I basically this is the type of flower language that usually turns me off from reading a book, but because I was so invested in these characters and this, I wouldn't say world because it's in London, but this setting with magic, having an urban fantasy basically, I really appreciated it. Once I got used to the writing, how it is, I learned that I needed to read passages more than once pretty frequently, but it was worth it to me. I know that might not be the case for most people, so that is my warning. If you like simple writing, this is not going to be the type of book for you. I would say it's akin to The Night Circus, but it's a little bit less intense. Yeah, it's definitely have a very specific writing style. It was worth it to me the same way Night Circus was. But yes, that was 5 stars. I don't think I said that, but it was 5 stars, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. This book has potential to be one of my top books of the year. So that was the first book that I finished. And then more recently, I have absolutely just flown through From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. I planned to update when I was halfway through, but I kind of just sped through in the past few days and I was reading it at very odd hours. So sometimes it just doesn't happen. I read through that so quickly. I was up at bad hours, like I said, and just absolutely eating up the story. I gave it 5 stars. I feel like that's obvious. I'm clearly having a great reading month right now, and I'm really happy for that. And I hope I can continue with that high. Yeah, From Lukov with Love. I won't say much about it, but what I will say is that I really appreciated following Jasmine. I thought she was a great main character. She was hilarious. She is just determination that I see in myself when I was an athlete, never letting herself get stopped by anyone when it came to her sport, because I was a swimmer for the longest time and I had multiple injuries and health concerns and just things that should have stopped me, and for the most part didn't until it finally did, but that's another story for another day. But her drive, her love, her passion for her sport, I really feel that, and so I really enjoyed following her as a main character because I knew she has this passion, and like you can tell she cares for what she does. It doesn't always come across to other people, but she cares for what she does, but she still cares for those around her, and I just really appreciated that as a story. Obviously I loved Ivan. He's hilarious. They're both hilarious. He's something else, and just the two of them, I really appreciate like what MZ has done with this, because my god, it wasn't a slow burn, and it actually like felt, a lot of times I will dismiss relationships in books moving fast because of the fact that it's a book and you're going to want to tell your story in so long. Things are usually rushed and I just dismiss it, but this book took place over nearly a year, and the development of their relationship and how they went from rivals to friends to, you know, feeling more. It was so reasonable, and it was on a time frame that I appreciate, and my god, was it the slowest of burns. I was checking on my Kindle like the percentage as I was going, and we had like the first little sliver, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is kind of late, but you know, things will progress soon. No, I don't think I've ever read a book that has waited so long to have the characters finally get together in the sense that the way they got together. I didn't mark it down, but I like noted when the percentage was on my Kindle at like where we were when it happened. I was like, wow, we really do be waiting for the last second. That did not hinder my enjoyment for the book. I really appreciated just the story. Ice skating stories and media are some of my favorite type of media to consume. I cannot explain why. Ice skating and gymnastics, it must be the Russian in me, but ice skating gymnastic stories, I love, I adore them, and this really filled like the gap in my soul of not having watched one of those types of movies, shows, or whatever, consumed that type of media in so long. And reading it made me want to go back and watch Spitting Out, which has like the same like concept. Obviously, they are very different in tone. Overall, I've been having a great reading month, and I hope to finish the month strong with something. I have not decided yet fully what it'll be. I'm thinking potentially I will read Marriage for One next. Maybe it's also a really long book, so we'll see. I'm probably going to listen to Hang the Moon. Is that the second one in the stars? I think it's Hang the Moon. I'll put the cover up and the name. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I think I'm gonna listen to an audiobook. Ideally, I'll get those two things finished, but you might not see any updates on me with those until the next vlog. That's all the reading updates for now. Yeah, I'm clearly I could not expect my reading to go any better than it has. Started off a little slow, expected to be, because I was away on vacation. Here we are now, and I am slowly getting there, and yeah, that's all I could really ask for. Beyond that, I don't have that many personal updates. I'm taking my days as I go, like I said. Yeah, I should probably go to bed soon because I have my long day tomorrow on Thursdays. I just want to give one final update on this Friday evening, and that is that I read and finished Secrets We Hunt by Dana Isley, and that is the second book in the One Night Stand series. Yeah, I read it last night. I had another night where I just couldn't sleep at a normal hour like a human being, and I just picked it up. It was a quick and easy read, just something to basically finish off my month. I am actually listening to an audiobook, but I'll talk more about that in my next vlog. I'm not gonna have thoughts for it here, but I finished that. It was 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I think in the previous clip I have of me writing my thoughts on it down. Since I've been persistently doing that, throughout the month, and I hope to do that throughout the whole year. But I've been persistently just writing down my thoughts, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was 4 stars. I enjoyed it a little bit less than the first book in this series. I didn't connect with the characters as much as I did in the first one, although I didn't really connect with the characters all that much in the last one. But they were both really good. They were both fun, fast books to just read through at 4 in the morning, and I don't really have any other thoughts on it. I think I have a clip of me from a few days ago doing an outro, so I'll just like jump back to me in the past to say goodbye to y'all. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a big fat like down below. Leave a comment if you've read any of these books, and if you like them, I would love to hear your thoughts on that, especially this bad boy. If you like my content and you like me, please consider subscribing. It would mean the absolute world to me if you did, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.